How's it going? Jesse Phillips here for MOA. Alright, so we've done quite a few AR videos already, so we figured we'd switch it up a little bit. This is a Russian Sega chambered in 7.62 by 39. So switching it up, taking it over to the AK world a little bit. Alright, so first thing we're going to do before we break it down is we're going to make sure we go ahead and clear it out. Alright, so bolt back, locked, clear. Alright, good to go. Pop that top cover, guide spring, bolt, and gas piston. So that's pretty much it for pulling your AK apart. If it's something you haven't done before, make sure you do some research on it. You want to watch out for that spring when it comes out. It comes out with a vengeance. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is work on the internal parts a little bit. So now, anybody that shoots an AK knows that AKs require very little as far as maintenance and cleaning goes. Very reliable weapons. So we just want here at MOA just wanted to make that process a little bit better. So what we wound up doing, we pulled it apart, lubed everything up, and let me tell you, it's a night and day difference. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get some of the Molecular Advantage synthetic gun oil. Start coating around outside of this gas piston. Alright, this piston fires really fast and can start to get gunked up after a while. What we're going to do is definitely get in here around where the bolt attaches to the gas piston. So as you can see here, there's already starting to get some wear here on this gas piston. All right, it's really starting to wear down a little bit, and that's just from a few rounds down at the range, just practicing. Already starting to get some grinding, so we're going to make sure we get that lubed up. We're going to put a little bit of grease on there here in a little bit too, once we get everything oiled up. So now we're going to start lubing up the bolt. Same thing, you can already start to see some of that discoloration on the finish from where it's just been going back and forth. Put just a little bit on this guide spring, just to help protect it a little bit. Alright, ready for the receiver itself. Alright, so your gas piston sits here above your barrel. So what we're going to do is lube up the sides right there. That way, once it goes in there, it's going to start pushing that oil around a little bit. Alright. Then the next area we're going to focus on is the rails here on the sides where that bolt and gas piston actually keep coming back. Lube up all those internal parts a little bit, just keep them protected. Alright, so that does it for the oil. Next we're going to move on to the grease. Get the sides of this gas piston a little bit. pretty much anywhere metal touches metal, we're going to coat with a little thin layer of grease to help relieve that friction and heat buildup. Again, putting just a little bit here on these inner rails where that gas piston sits and actuates. Alright, so once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and start putting it back together. There we go. Alright, so once you got your gas piston back in, go ahead and feed in that guide spring, action spring. That locked in. Put our cover back on. Alright, so once we get it put back together, what we're going to do is go ahead and put some of that MOA protective coating on the outside. And what this is going to do, goes on the metal, the plastic, doesn't really matter. What it's going to do is it's going to pull that old dirt out and help protect the finish even more. Alright, it's not harmful to any of the plastics like some of the other cleaners out there, and so we can't hurt it, we can only make it better. Spray that down a little bit. I'm just going to wipe it down. Alright, and that'll do it. So, again, it's a Sega 762. Got it nice and lubed up with MOA products. Oh yeah, nice and smooth. Jesse Phillips, out.